It feels to me like the state will not stop until Russell Brand and the Tate brothers and Tommy Robinson are behind bars. I know what it's like. And with me, based on total lies, they were able to achieve their goal, which was to drive me out of the mainstream media.
Yeah, when you think about it, you had a bit of a lucky escape, didn't you, really? I mean,
Yep.
see the state of GB News now, and
God.
it
Definition of controlled opposition now, Carol. The definition of it.
it's got to be, hasn't it? I mean, with all the stuff with reform and everything, it's like, they're just in complete denial of what's going on. Now, then that's the big question. Who's paying these organisations? Like Talk TV, I think, is the same. And they just buy into everything that you imagine the government wants people to hear. The BBC have been like that for donkey's years. Channel 4 has always been like that. But now these two supposedly independent media organisations are being obviously, I don't want to say bought, but they've got to be bought, haven't they?
Well,
bought
the thing is,
paid for.
but they are the definition of that, because remember, they are controlled by billionaires with their own business interests and their own desire to get close to the government. And look, I know what it's worked for billionaires. I did it for 20 years. I hoped GB News was going to be different. I think there were really positive signs in the early days when almost like GB News was considered a joke and the establishment wasn't scared of it. At that point, we did quite amazing stuff. Like I think about the Mark Stein days, for example. But there was a clear change. Neil Oliver, exactly. But there was a clear change. I mean, we were there. We saw it, didn't we? It's like as soon as they jettisoned Mark Stein, hoping to appeal to the establishment, replaced him with Jacob Rees-Mogg, that's where it changed. So a lot of people don't want to hear this. This is a problem, Carol, because I understand, right? You want to have hope. And the hope at the moment is that GB News is different and that Reform UK is different, that is going to be the saviour. I understand that. What I think, I mean, Tommy Robinson, when he was released, said the mainstream media is the cancer killing the United Kingdom. The independent media is the cure. And that is where I think I now fit, I guess, into the ecosystem, because what we can do is hopefully help move the Overton window. Like, okay, if Reform UK is the best that we've got, I'm not convinced at this point it is, with 4 years out from election. But let's just say it is, right? It's the best option. Okay, well then we bloody need to move that Overton window to make them braver, because right now they are so weak.